Hello, Brad Rhodes here with Medicare Supplement Advisory. Just want to share with you something that happened last week in our office. Just kind of excited about it. It kind of spells out what we're all about here. And so let me just kind of tell you what happened. Had a guy came into my office last Friday, 77-year-old, and basically he's wanting to see if I could get him a less expensive Medicare supplement. He basically told me, can you get a Medicare supplement cheaper than what I've got now? So I asked him a few questions, and I found out that this particular gentleman was in good health, just takes a couple of medicines for thyroid and what else? Thyroid and maybe as a blood pressure medication. Good health, non-smoker. So I gave him a quote and saved him $100. One thing I'm really excited about, so I turned it in Friday and it got issued Monday by like 3 o'clock. So that was really exciting, the quick turnaround. But what I got to thinking about in this particular case, now I saved this guy a little more than $100 a month for the same plan. And I want to get into the details of what happened. So one of the things that hit me, and this is not something I really analyze that much. All I'm really trying to do is help people save money. But I started thinking about this particular guy. He had 3 strikes against him, kind of what I came up with. The first strike he had against him was he had been with the same Medicare supplement company that he took out when he was 65. Now he's 77, 12 years with the same plan. Now you may say, well, what's the big deal about that? Well, let me just go ahead and say it. Unfortunately, in this day and age, it's very difficult to stay with the same Medicare supplement company for that long. Not that the coverage changed. His coverage was fine. He has the Plan F. And by the way, he wanted to stay with the Plan F. I talked to him about the Plan G. And if you look a little further in this website, you'll see that we talk a lot about the difference between the Plan F and the Plan G. But this particular gentleman, he liked the easiness, is that a word? Easiness of the Plan F, where there's no deductibles, no co-pays. You don't have to really have to worry with anything when it comes to hospitals, doctors, and outpatient. So he wanted to keep the same Plan F. So that was strike number 1. He'd have the same company, was with the same company he had been with since he was 65, here 12 years later. The problem with that is unfortunately in this day and age, really no matter who your company is, if you stay with them long enough, they're going to go up. The big part of what we do here in this office is we are trying to basically every day trying to get people the very best coverage for the least amount of money. So that was one strike. Hope that makes sense. The second strike he possibly had against him, so this guy is a non-smoker. The company he was with, believe it or not, does not give discounts for a non-smoker. In other words, he was getting the same rate as a smoker. Now, I don't mean to offend anybody who's a tobacco user, but when it comes to most of these Medicare supplement companies today, if you're a non-smoker, you will get rewarded for that with the right company. So you may want to check to make sure your company is giving you a non-smoker discount. You may be surprised. So that was the second strike he had against him. He was a non-smoker, but the company he was with was not giving him any bonus or anything, any savings for being a non-smoker. The third and possibly the biggest strike he had against him with the company he was with, these days most companies will give you a discount for being married. Now granted, some of them, they want the husband and wife on the same plan together to get that discount, but there's a number of companies just for being married, whether your spouse needs coverage with you or not with the same company. This particular gentleman, his wife is a state retiree from North Carolina, a North Carolina state retiree. She has group insurance. So she is just going to stay where she is, but he's going to get a discount now for being married with this company we put him with. It's a 12% discount. Okay. So, I get kind of picked on by my family. Sometimes I'm the guy who is just real laid back sometimes. But when it comes to insurance, my wife, she picks on me both ways. She says, I don't think most people get excited about insurance. But my goodness, when I can save somebody $100 a month, and that's what we saved him, $100 a month for the same plan. I could go on and on and on. I don't want to make this video too long, but these days I'll show you here in the Medicare and You handbook, they basically are trying to tell you that every company, whether it's Plan F, whether it's Medicare Supplement Plan G, Plan N, they have standardized all these Medicare supplement companies these days so you can compare apples with apples. Whether it's Mutual of Omaha, Aetna, Manhattan Life, Cigna, Medico, Blue Cross, United Healthcare. If you've got a Plan F with one of those companies, you can switch to a Plan F with another company and have the identical benefits. I don't know how else to make that any clearer. Sometimes your agents are not telling you that. Just want to make that perfectly clear. So once Medicare pays, whoever you've got your Medicare supplement with, they're going to pick up the balance of where Medicare leaves off. So I hope that helps. Again, thank you for listening. What I would encourage you is just to simply get a quote from us. We are not pushy salespeople. I'm definitely not a pushy salesperson. Remember, I am laid back, really. So if you want to get a quote from us, check the link down below, get a quote, and see how much we can save you. Hope you have a great day. Take care.